Well, hi. This is February 4th, 2015. Last night, we had a little Bible study at church. We were talking about the Trinity. And it's like a back to basics type Bible study. And we got off talking about a few things. And we got off talking about the Super Bowl, which was just last Sunday. And there was some mention made. Well, I had read some things about the halftime show. I didn't see it. And the Super Bowl, I only saw maybe like the last couple plays of the first half, and I turned it off. But they were talking about Katy Perry, who was raised as a Pentecostal and sold her soul to the devil. According to her, she said that. And we were talking about that, so I thought I would watch it. I got on YouTube and I watched it, or at least parts of it. I jumped through. I didn't watch the whole thing, every second of it. But here's what I saw. The very beginning, we see a woman riding on a beast, roaring. Okay. Then, jumping through. I don't know her songs. But jumping through, I see her singing "I Kissed a Girl and Liked It," kind of defiantly. And then there were some other things. She was, all these girls dancing behind her on a beach, I guess. I don't know, with porpoises. I don't. And then she had the rapper girl on, who looked pretty. I don't know. Again, I don't know these people. But the very end, the thing that topped it off, she came in riding a beast, roaring like a lion, and she left on a shooting star, on a star, going up. And the last thing she said was, "God bless America." It reminded me very much of, again, a few weeks ago I posted something about Hillsong, and he reminded me very much of the woman in Philippi, the demon-possessed woman that said, "These are the servants of the Most High God." Talking about Paul and Silas, but she was clearly demon-possessed. I'm thinking what suckers Americans are, especially American Christians. I wanted to read something. This is from the book of Maccabees, which is part of the Apocrypha. It's not inspired literature, but it is historical. It talks about the time in between the Testaments when the Jews revolted against a man named Antiochus Epiphanes. It says Antiochus was one of the ones who inherited the kingdom from Alexander the Great. When Alexander died, they split his kingdom up between four of his generals. And Antiochus was a descendant of one of those generals. I'm reading from Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 10. It says, "From these there grew a wicked offshoot, Antiochus Epiphanes, son of King Antiochus. Once a hostage in Rome, he became king in the 107th year of the kingdom of the Greeks." So Antiochus took over. He was actually the little horn, or at least a precursor of the little horn in Daniel. And I'm not going to get into that. That's pretty deep. But it says in verse 11, it says, "It was then that there emerged from Israel, Jews, a set of renegades who led many people astray. 'Come,' they said, 'let us ally ourselves with the Gentiles surrounding us. For since we separated ourselves from them, many misfortunes have overtaken us.'" So basically what they're saying is, let's get in with the Gentiles. They wanted to Hellenize the Jews, make them like Greeks. So here's what it says. "This proposal proved acceptable, and a number of the people eagerly approached the king, who authorized them to practice the Gentiles' observances." These are God's people now, the Jews. So the first thing they did, they built a gymnasium, a sports arena. They built a gymnasium in Jerusalem, such as the Gentiles have. They disguised their circumcision, and abandoned the holy covenant, submitting to Gentile rule as willing slaves of impiety. And he goes on to talk about Antiochus. But what a picture of what's happened to what is called the church in the United States of America. We've sold our souls to the devil, just like Katy did. And, well, whatever. I've said it, and sad to say, at times in my life I have been there. Christians can be the biggest suckers. They'll fall for anything. They'll fall for anything. So I guess pray for Katy Perry. Huh? And maybe somebody will cast the devil out of her. I don't know. They'll stop making a lot of money if they do. That's what happened to that girl in Philippi. Paul cast the devil out of her. He got tired of hearing it. Cast the devil out of her, and all of a sudden she couldn't make any money anymore, and they were mad about that. Had Paul beat up. But anyway, pray for her. Pray for her parents. I guess her dad is a minister, and I imagine it pains his heart. Maybe she tithes. I don't know. I guess that would make it all right, huh? No, it wouldn't. Anyway, hey, God bless you. Have a great day. Put your trust in Jesus Christ. If you haven't already, please trust in Him. Don't trust in Super Bowl, money, rock and roll. Put your trust in what Jesus did on the cross. He told us, He says, let every man take up his cross and follow me. Take up your cross. We're not talking about burdens we bear. I preached a message on it. It's on YouTube or somewhere. Take up your cross and follow Him. That cross means separation. Separation from the things of the world. Separation from evil. Separation from sin. Take up your cross and follow Him. Because eternity is a long time. It's sad to say we can rock the Super Bowl, but next year or 2 years or 3 years they'll say, Pat who? Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ for your eternity. God bless you. Have a great day.